Friends, welcome to my channel. This video is about a blueprint of core certified power user, or we can say fundamental 2. So in this video I am going to explain you about the topics and how many questions are going to come in the exam and what is the time duration for the exam. So before that, the prerequisite of this exam is first you need to clear a power user certification. So once you completed the user certification, so you are eligible to take a power user exam. So this power user exam also entry point for the admin Splunk admin certified user, uh, and also for Splunk core certified power user, the exam code is SPLK-1002. So let's begin uh, with the blueprint or test blueprint of power user. So what exactly uh, the exam does. So in this exam, once you have completed uh, all the hands-on or all the training, so this is the final steps uh, towards the certification of power user. So this is the next level of certification. So if you have done a user level certification, so this is the next level of it, and it has a total time duration is 57 minutes, and total questions are 65. And also the candidate will be assisting on the few skills of Splunk, like field alias and calculated field, creating tags and event type, using macros, creating workflow action, and the data modeling, also normalizing the data with sim. So these all the topics on which the candidate is going to evaluate. Also, candidate can expect additional 3 minutes of reviewing the exam agreement. So for total sitting is 60 minutes. It is recommended that the candidate for this certification complete the lecture, hands-on, and a quiz that are part of the Splunk Fundamental 2 course in order to prepare for the exam. So this is not mandate to have a hands-on lab. If you have confident and you have done all the topics which is I'm going to uh, show you, so you can directly opt for the exam and you can sit for the exam and clear it. So but you need to have a hands-on experience for all the topics which I am going to tell you about. So also the fundamental 2 or Splunk power user is required to prepare to the enterprise certified admin certification track. So this is very important. Now the next thing will be what all uh, what this exam focus on. So this course focus on searching and reporting, as well as the creation of knowledge objects, Major topic include using transforming command and also visualization, filtering, formatting the results, correlating the events, creating knowledge object, using fields, alias, and calculating fields, creating tags. Tags is very important in Splunk. Also, event type, using macro, creating workflow, action, and data models, and also normalize the data with the SIM, common information model. So these all the let's have a look what all topics will be there for this for which you have to prepare. These are the following topics uh, which covers whole exam questions. So for the transforming command and visualization, filtering, formatting results, correlating events. It means we are going to do it uh, like identifying the transaction and creating the transaction. Knowledge objects, fields, field alias, field extraction, calculating fields, tags, and events. As I mentioned, these are very important. Macros. Then next one will be workflow action, data model, and common information model. So these are the major topic. So under that, one should be prepared for and not only prepare but hands-on experience should be there to clear the exam, because in exam they ask all the practical things. So let's move to the next thing. We will go to granular level of details. So this is the guide is from Splunk. So I'll share the link with you, and let's continue. So the first topic will be using transforming command and visualization. So this will cover 5% of total questions. So in that they will ask you about, they will evaluate about using the chart command, using the time chart command, chart and time chart. Okay, so this is transforming command for visualization. So next topic, filtering and formatting. This will cover 10% of exam. So uh, it will cover the eval command, using the search and where command to filter the result, and the filling up the null values. Null command means values. So this filling up null values is very crucial when you are dealing with the data science project or data analysis. So or any in such scenario where you do not want a null value, instead you want some specific values, so you can fill the null values. Also correlating events, it covers a 10% of 15% of questions. So 15% of question comes from the correlating events. So uh, how we are going to correlate the events, identifying the transaction, group event using field. You can group event using field and time. So this is very time is very crucial for uh, any of the correlation search or any of the event. Search with the transaction, report on transaction, determine when to use transaction versus tags. So also this is very helpful when you are dealing with bunch of events and you want to find a relationship between the events. So this is all about correlating events. The next topic will be creating and mapping the fields. So it covers 10% of total questions. So performing regex field extraction using the field extractor and perform delimiter field extraction using fx. So this is about field extraction. You can do it field extraction to by default functionality of Splunk. Also, you can write your own regex. So we can cover that in advanced topic of Splunk. So, but you need to in this specific uh, topic, just you are going to evaluate on the basis of extraction type, how many types of extraction can be there, and the question related means like delimiter, what delimiter you can use, comma, space, or anything else you can use. So it covers 10% of total exam questions. Now, next, the fifth one will be creating field and alias and calculating fields. So, field alias is very important when you are going to deal with normalizing the events. Normalizing the event generally use when you use the sim mapping. So, in that case, alias is very important. Calculated fields, we use eval or a few other command to calculate the fields. So in that you need to describe, create, and use the field alias. Field alias nothing but you giving a name, a new name to the field. This also it you need to describe and create and using the calculating fields. Calculated fields. So calculated fields generally we use it through eval, or I will explain you how can we deal further with these type of topic, or these type of puzzles. So it covers 10% of it. So the next topic is creating tags and event type. Tags and event types. So tags and event type also very important. It covers 10% of total exam questions. Creating and using tags, describing event type and their uses, creating an event type. So these are the topics on which the candidate is going to evaluate for creating tags and events. So the next topic can be creating and using macros. So macros, again, we will cover these topics when we go to this track. So describing macros, creating and using basic macros, defining argument and variable for a macros, add and use argument with the macros. So 10% of these topics will be coming in the exam. Creating using workflow, this is very crucial and important for who want to create an action on their event. So this is very useful. Also, if anybody want to perform automatic action on or user generated action, so they can create an action workflow. So in this we are going to learn, describe the function of get, post, and search workflow action, create get workflow action, create a post workflow action, create a search workflow action. So this will cover 10% of questions in the uh, topic.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Siri, stop.
Done.
Sorry about that. Siri is interrupting me. So again, the next topic will be creating data model. So the data model and SIM is very important when you are dealing with security use cases. So data model is very crucial for security, and also SIM mapping is very important. So SIM mapping generally we do to normalize the data. So when you talk about creating data model, so it covers 10% of total uh, topics, total questions. Also, it divided into describing the relationship between the data models and pivot, identifying data model attributes, creating a data model. So it covers 10% of exam questions. Again, SIM mapping, uh, using common information model, SIM and add-ons. So also it covers describing the SIM, describing Splunk SIM, list of knowledge objects including in the Splunk SIM add-on, use the SIM add-on to normalize the data. So as I mentioned, uh, it use the SIM mapping is used to normalize the data. So it also covered the 10%. So majority of uh, the question will come from data model and SIM mapping. 10%, 10%, you can see it over here. Also data flow, uh, creating and using workflow, macros, event type tag, creating field and alias. So 10% you can consider. So there are 10 topics are there, so you can consider equal weightage of all these topics. So also I am going to cover each and topic in each and every topic in my future video, so don't worry about it. We will learn together and clear the fundamental 2 exam. Also, how can you do the practical with me? So what you can do is you can install Splunk on your own PC, laptop, desktop, or any, or you can use a cloud instance of any AWS or or AWS or Google Cloud. Uh, Also, if anybody want to brush up their basic knowledge, so I have created a video for fundamental 1 Splunk user certification. So one can go there and have a look and brush up your knowledge. So I think I have covered everything. If you have any questions with respect to taking exam on or how they can take how they want to register, how they can register to exam, so I can help you with that. Uh, so I am going to create one more video where you can create your own ID and book a exam in the Pearson. So for now, thanks a lot for watching the video, and best of luck with your fundamental 2 certification. Thank you. Hi friends, welcome to my channel. So this video is about search modes in Splunk. So there are three types of search mode. First is fast, smart, and verbose. Fast mode, smart mode, and verbose mode. So smart mode is by default mode in Splunk. So whenever you run your command, by default it comes as a smart mode. So before we go further, there are a few things you need to understand about Splunk. So first is there are a few terminologies. If you are new to the Splunk, this is called a search bar. Then this particular tab is called event tab. This particular tab is called pattern tab, static tab, and visualization. Here you can define a time, you search, and here you can see the modes which I am going to explain. Then also there are a few selected fields whenever there are few by default fields over here. Then interesting field, and this is event bar. So whenever you click on any of this, you can see individual area is displaying over here. So this will help you to understand the modes well. So now we'll go back to our presentation. Let's learn about fast mode. What is a fast mode? So fast mode generally prefer performance over completion. So as the definition, it is clear that it always run very quickly. It doesn't bother about the completion. Okay. So there are two types of commands are there: transforming and non-transforming. Non-transforming command where it is not transforming to any specific form, and transforming, it is transforming as name it is clear that it is transforming to other form of pattern or other form. So for non-transforming search and command, it displays only required fields in the sidebar. Okay. Second one displays the pattern. It displays the pattern as well as that I mentioned in the previously, and does not display the statistics and visualization. So we will see in detail about these. So there will not any content of interesting field. So we'll see in detail about this. Now again, for the transforming command, what it does is how it behaves. The fast mode, how does it behave? Does not display events. I'm sorry about that. Does not display events. So it does not displays events, does not display the pattern, and displays the statistics and visualization. Okay, this is detail about the fast mode. Let's have a look in practical. So like if I run, if you can see it, by default it's smart mode. So now I'm changing it from here. You can change it to smart, fast, smart, or verbose mode. Now I'm selecting the fast mode. Now you can see it's very quick, and as I mentioned that it will not give you, let's go to the definition again. So what it was, displays only the required fields or events in the sidebar. So displays only required fields which are required, selected and required. Now second one is, this is non-transforming. Also this is a non-transforming command, so I am running it as a non-transforming command. Displays the pattern. If you click on the pattern, it will give you some kind of a pattern. So again, does not display the statistics and visualization. Let's see, it does not displays any statistics or any of the visualization. So it isn't generated statistics visualization here. Okay, so hope this is clear about non-transforming command. Let's go to transforming command. How does it behave on the transforming command? I will give stats count by component. Let's see, is there any events? So what was there in the definition? So it does not displays events, does not display any event. So you can see there is no event. If you want to see the events, you need to click on the verbose mode. Does not display the pattern. It does not display the pattern. You can see it over here. Displays the statistics and visualization. You can see it over here. Statistics it is displaying, and the visualization you can see over here, the visualization. Okay, so this is about fast mode. Now let's go to the next smart mode. Provides you best result. So the smart mode is always provide you best result. Combination of it is a combination of fast and verbose mode. Okay, so how to choose it? From here you can go to the smart mode. How it behaves with the non-transforming command. So displays all the events and fields, displays the pattern, does not display statistics, and visualization. So let me remove this, and what the definition says, displays all the events and fields. You can see it over here. The fields are more than when we ran it through the fast mode. You can see the difference. Okay, displays all the events, displays the pattern. Now you can see it over here. It displays the pattern as well. Does not display the statistics and visualization. Statistics, it won't be there. Visualization, it won't be there. So this is about non-transforming command. How does it behave with the transforming command? So I have already, okay. So what it does, let's go to the definition. It does not display the events. So what it does not display events. So events, you can see it over here. There is no event. Does not display the pattern. Let's see. I have the mode is smart, and there is no pattern. Displays the statistics and visualization. There is statistics, it is displaying, and displays the visualization. Okay, so this is the difference between a smart transforming and non-transforming command. Okay, so let's go to the next one, verbose mode. Prefer the completion over the performance. Like it does not count the performance or prefer the performance. It completes the search, and this is the primary thing of it. So for non-transforming command, how does it behaves? Displays all fields and events, displays the pattern, does not display the statistics and visualization. So for non-transforming command, this is non-transforming command. I am going to select a verbose mode. So let's go to the definition. It displays all the events and fields. It displays all the events and field. Also displays the pattern. Let's see whether it's displaying the pattern or no. Let's see. You can see it over here. It is displaying the pattern. Now what it does not do, it does not display statistics and visualization. So it does not display the statistics and visualization. Okay, so how it behaves with transforming command. Let me change it to transforming command. So stats is a transforming command, or search. Prefer performance over the completion. For transforming searches and commands, displays all fields and event, displays the patterns, display the statistics and visualization. So let me hit enter. Displays the events, everything it displays. Displays the pattern, displays the statistics and visualization. Statistics and visualization. So it does. You can switch it from any of the mode to any. And you can choose the mode as per your requirement. Okay, so let's come to the performance part of it. How we can calculate the performance. So first, let's go to fast mode. How can you calculate the performance? Fast mode for transforming command. What I will do, go to job inspector, inspect the job. So there are 17 results scanned, 14,104 events, and it took 15.25 seconds. So 0.25 seconds. I will just keep a note of it somewhere. New. So fast mode. Control V. Now smart and works. So let's change the mode to smart mode, job inspector. Now again I will change it to verbose mode. Go to job inspector and you can see the performance difference over here. So in fast mode 17 result scanned by these many events and it took 0.25 seconds. 17 result scanned by uh, 42,571 events in 0.265 seconds. Now 17 results by scanning 42,751 events in 0.782 seconds. So you can see the visible difference when you run. Hardly there are few hundred elements are there, few hundred events are changing, but you can see the difference in the runtime. Okay, this is about performance of events, performance of modes. So you can use your modes in your searches as per your requirement. So that's all about this video. Hope you enjoy learning the Splunk Fundamental 2. Thanks a lot for watching. Hi friends, hope you all are doing well. So this is the next video in this series. Uh, this video is about job inspector. So let's begin. Before that, what exactly job in Splunk? So whenever we run a search or whenever we run a dashboard or user logs in on or land to the dashboard or we run any pivot or we run any report. So Splunk generates a job for each and every activities. So you can see in job inspector means job activity how the job is performing and what is the status of it. So this about job. So every search is like if you run direct search or dashboard, pivot or report. In background, the searches are running. In report, you can see save search. In dashboard, base search or save searches or ad hoc searches. A pivot, it automatically creates searches when you drag and drop the fields as per your requirement. So this is so for everything the job is running uh, to manage your searches. So this is all about job. Now let's move to the topic. What is the role of job inspector? So what kind of roles are there? So it provides you a tool to examine your search, how it is performed. So this job inspector is very useful when you are working in optimizing your search or fine tuning your search, where you see the search is taking long time, and you need to reduce that time, and you can see how the search where the search is spending lot of time. So also it provide you overall stats of a search. So it returns you the value. It returns the number of event scanned and how much time it took to find a required events. So also it provides you the details how the search was processing. So there are different sections are there. Uh, as I move through the video, I will explain you how it is help you to find the search how is processing. So also it provides where Splunk spent its time. So if you can find out like for it which portion of search is spent Splunk is spending more time, so you can go and change that parameter or that component of search. Also, it is useful to troubleshoot search performance and understand impact of knowledge objects on the processing. Like say knowledge objects as in event type, tag, lookup, KV store, or raw index, or raw data, or how it is fetching the data from the index. So uh, also it can help you to inspect the existing job as well. So as I mentioned, uh, the for each and every search trigger there will be a job. So in some time the job can be expired, or can be like deleted from your job activity. So but the any existing search job can be inspected. Whatever the existing search job is there, you can expand it, which is specifically not expired, so that you can search. So let's go to the next topic. What is the components of job inspector, search job inspector? So one is header, execution, cost, and search job properties. So header, let's go. Let me explain you by the example what are those. So when I run a particular search, it will give me a certain amount of events, the output, and everything. Now to access job inspector, you need to go to job and inspect the job. Before that, there is one more option is there where you can edit your job settings. So you can do all the settings you can perform. Read permission, lifetime, means for how much time it will be there in the job activity. So job activity, I'll tell you from where you can access the job activity. So the owner is there, and then all the settings. If you want to share it, you can share it, bookmark, and then this is copied, or directly you can Control A and copy and share it with anyone. Okay, and save whatever you have done the changes. Okay, so now the second one is job. Inspect the job. Now when I click on inspect the job, it will give you next window. So there in this window you can see Just a minute. So now you can see it over here in inspector. This part is called header. Okay, the header, what it gives is this search has completed and has returned these many events by scanning these many alerts, events, and time taken is this much. So this is the header. If you want to go to search log, you can click over here and you get more details. Now execution cost. Second one is execution cost and third one is search job property. Execution cost. If I click on execution cost, you can see how much time is taken for every bit of components. Like say how much time it is taken to search from the KV store, how much time it is searched from the lookup, how much time it taken from the source type. You can see it over here from the index, fetching the data from index and lookup file. No, this one is expanding and searching is this one. You can see it over here. Searching is this one. Okay, searching from the raw data, searching from the tag, searching from the source type, searching from the summary data, summary index, and so on. So there are a lot of fields are there, a lot of components are there where you can examine your search and do the optimization as per your requirement. Okay, the next part is property. So in the property, you can see all the properties of your searches. So summarize, it is not summarize, created time, cursor time, customization, if there is any customization, and you can see the best thing is event search, what you said. Also it will provide you the normalization optimized search. How can you optimize the search? So it is also provide you optimized search. So if you can search like this, it will give you optimized result. So all the properties you can see it over here, and you can understand and you change as per your requirement. So this is all about the components of Splunk, components of search job inspector. Now there is a very important thing to tell you that generally there is a term called EPS. So EPS generally we calculate in layman language, we can calculate that EPS, the number of scanned event. Like say let me change the search first. It will give you some specific action. Okay, let me run the job inspector. Yeah, here you can see out of 8,655, it given the 5,743 events. So generally what we do to calculate EPS, we divide this number by the time taken, but this is wrong. We need to divide from total number of scan scan event and by time. So this is the right way of calculating the event per second. So let's recap our session. So job inspector, what is job inspector? First of all, we need to know what is job. So for every activity which you perform with respect to search, the a specific job will be created, and that job we can see it in the activity. So let me tell you where you can see that job. So you can see the job over here at trigger, not job activities. So these are all the job activities are there. What is the status? A status done, a time taken, and action, whatever action you want to perform, you can do it from here as well. And there is also a way for if you are running any searches, this job inspector will tell you for your specific user, if you are logged into any you run a pivot or logged into any dashboard, that search also will be displayed over here. So with respect to any user, any search is running, either background or foreground, so you can see that jobs over here. Okay, so if for the ad hoc searches, you can see you can inspect the job from here. Okay, you can inspect the search from here. So this is all about job. What is the role of job? To allow you to examine first of all, and then the overall stat. You can see it, the overall stats of your job. Secondly, how search was proceeding, that you can find out where search is spending more time. You can check with this. Also used to troubleshoot search performance and understand impact of knowledge objects on processing. The knowledge objects, that means event type, tag, and lookups. Any existing search job can be inspected, as I mentioned, and as I shown in the activity browser, that also can be inspected. How? You can go to activity, no, not trigger, activity job, and from here job inspector, so you can see it also. But it should be active in over here. It should not, means the expired one, you cannot like, see, you can see the time. So after this you cannot inspect the job. Okay. So next one is components of search job inspector. The first component is header. Another one is execution costs. Another one is search job property. So header, it will give you overview of events, how many searches found after scanning, how many event. How many events found after running, how many after processing or scanning, how many events in a particular time. So, and execution cost, like how search is spending time on which component. Also the search job properties, as I explained, there are multiple search job properties. It also provide you the optimized search and some other details. If you go and check in like, you can go and deep down your searches. So that's all about this lecture. So thanks for watching the video. Stay safe, stay home, and get vaccinated. Thank you. Hi friends, welcome to my channel. In this video, I am going to show you how to create and manage and use macros in Splunk. So, what all topics I am going to cover in this video? Uh, One is about describing macro, manage macros, create a basic macro, use a basic macro, define argument variable for a macro, add and use argument with macros, and also I'm going to explain you how you put the validation in the macros. So let's have a brief about macro is useful when you are using a frequent uh, searches or reports with the similar search syntax or same kind of searches. If you want to reuse, so you can use a macro. The macro time range is selected at the search time. So whenever you are going to uh, create a macro, you need not to define a time for the search. So macros can be it can be a full search or a part of search or a specific variable or anything you can define in the macro, and you can reuse further. So also a macro allow you to define one or more arguments within a search segment. So you can define one or more argument that can be used either in the search. You can use those argument in the search, or you can pass those argument from one macro to another macro. So that is called a nested macro. Also, you can pass the argument value to a macro at executable time. Macro uses a value to resolve search strings. So this is a brief about a macro. So how can you create a particular macro? So how to navigate to the settings or the option. First, log into Splunk, then go to settings, advanced searches, advanced search. Then here you can see two options. One is search macros and another one is search commands. So you can either directly click on add, or you can go to this, and then you can see what all macros are there in your Splunk environment. Before that, you need to have your search ready for which you want to create a macro. So this is my search where I'm searching for uh, the items which has been purchased. So I have a data already ingested which says that action is equal to purchase and status is equal to success. So 200, that means has been success. So first I will check my search is running fine or no. If not, is it giving a desirable required data or no. So once I'm confident on my search, I'll copy that search, go to macro settings where so I'll show you once again advanced search, then from there macro, search macro. So you can see it here, navigation, advanced search and search macros, and click or new add new. So you can define a destination search. So whatever destination app, whatever app you want to assign it to. For this tutorial, I'm just selecting
search app, destination app. Here just give a name of it, purchased items. Okay, and definition the search which we have provided. So argument and this validation, keep it blank for now. I will come to this point in future. Save it. Before that, I'll just copy it. Save it. So your macro has been saved, and also this is private, so you can change your permission. For now, I'm keeping it private. Cancel. Now, if you want to search it, how can you search it? Go to search and reporting. So this is your macro, and you need to use backtick, or we call it as a grave ascent. So it's not the single quote, it's a grave ascent or backtick. Okay, so let's see data is there or no. You can see the data, like say if I have ran this search, the count in this and should be similar. Okay, so this is how you can use a macro. So if you want, you can like say perform further action, stats count. So it will give count. Let's say I want to do a time chart. See on daily basis how many purchase has happened for the items. Like say you can see the date wise data, whatever data is ingested in my POC environment. So it is showing the count of purchase. Okay, if you want to access this, you need to use in Mac it's Command Shift E, so you can see the definition. In Windows environment, you need to press Control Shift and E. So that way, that's how you can see the definition behind the macro. Okay, so this is a basic macro. Now let's go to the adding the arguments in it. So let's see, I want to see the order which is giving some error, like as you see here. I will copy it, create a new, then give purchased item, and you need to here whenever you are giving a name, give the number of argument in the bracket here. So if you have if you want to give argument as 2, number of argument will be 2, so you need to give simply 2. Okay, as I'm giving only a single argument, so I'm giving 1. So here you need to use a dollar sign and this the name. So here the name of our argument will be status, and similar name you have to provide it over here. So same, check it once again, validate it. So is it okay or no? So I'll copy and click save. So there will be two macros. One is with argument and another one is without argument. Let's see how it works. So I will give 2000. That means a successful purchase. Is it giving some error? I think I need to use another window. Let's see. What is item? Okay. I need to give item, not items. Okay, let's see. See, I have given a 200. That means successful. And let's see if I will change it to 400, whether it is giving a value or not. See, and then let's see the events, whether actual 400 are there or not. So see, the 400 error, the 400 is, that means there is some error. We consider 200 as successful, and apart from 200, the purchase is not, or something happened with the purchase. The purchase is not done properly. So this is how the argument works in macros. So this is how shown. You can use macro with argument, without argument. Now the next thing will be the validation. How can you do the validation in the macros? I will show you in the similar one. Similar macro item, not item. Okay, the argument. So I'm putting is num. It should be the numerical one. So status with the dollar sign. Please enter number for status. I think it should work. Okay, saved it. Now let's see if it works. Okay, it is working. Let's see for 200, when we are giving the numerical value, it is working. Now I'll try to give string. So you can see it over here that the message we have provided, please enter number for status. So the same message we have given over here, please enter number for the status. Whatever message you want to print over or on the screen, you can print it over. So this is how you can validate. Okay. One more thing I want to tell you, if you are using more than one argument over here, like say that this is here, because you are using two, like two field as an argument, or somewhere you are defining one more field like action like this. So with separated with comma, you need to give. I will copy directly from here. Purchase. or rather action, not purchase, action. Now action you have to give over here, separated comma, and validation I'm like skipping for now. So this is how you can pass on two variables, but you need to create a new macro. You cannot edit this one. Okay, so this is how more than one argument you can use in macros. So this is all about the macros. Let's recap this session. Like, what is macro? Macro is nothing but whenever you are using, it's like a function in a normal language or normal programming language. It's like a function. You want to replace a bunch of lines or bunch of code in reuse the code in the language or in the C++ anywhere. So similar concept is used over here. You can use a macro so that the search or report you want to reuse, you can reuse it anywhere. So the time range is selected at the search time, not in the macro. As you have seen, we have not selected any searches over here. Macros can be full search string or a portion of a string, or it allows you to give a more than one argument, as we have seen. Provides you a facility to provide more than one argument. Also, it provides you to validate uh, the field values. So it is also used for the validating the fields value within the macros, or you can use macro within macro. So that is a kind of an advanced part of it. We'll cover that in advanced search and reporting, fundamental 3. So that's it about the macros for this video. So thanks for watching the video, and have a good day. Thank you. We are going to start a new video on fundamental 2, and today's topic is workflow action Splunk. So what exactly the workflow action is? So it enables a wide variety of interaction between index or extracted field and the other web sources through it. So using it, we can create interaction between the extracted field, index field, or any other specific field which you provide. So generally we use it for like as an input and the field value, and provide it to external source so that we can get the interacted value from it. So generally workflow action has a wide variety of applications. There are few examples like it can through it perform an external whois lookup based on an IP address found in the event. So this IP address will be in the event, whatever search event you will provide, and then we will provide it as an argument to whois lookup on the web. Okay. So similarly, using the field value in the HTTP error event to create a new entry in the external issue management system. Okay. Launch a secondary search that use one or more field values from the selected event. So you can create one more search, like as an argument you can provide a one field to another field and create a search to workflow action. perform an external search. Also, we can perform an external search using Google or similar web search application on the value of a specific field found in the event. So this all action will be performed as an argument. As an argument, the field will be used, and that argument will be passed to a workflow action as argument. Okay. So these are few examples of it. So I will be taking one of the example for it, and let's see the types of workflow action. So the first type will be get, then post, and search. In today's video, we'll be covering get workflow action. So let's see what it says. So get workflow action creates a typical HTML link to things like perform Google search or on a specific value or run a domain name query against an external whois database. So this we can achieve through get. That simply means we are getting some information from outside the Splunk, the external whois database. So let's see how it will look like. So I have already created one of the field. Let's see how it look like. You need to go to this arrow mark to see the workflow action. So here it will be. So you can see get info. If I click over here, it will go to another tab whois where the whois database is there. I have configured everything in it, so we'll see how it is configured. Just I want to show you how it will look like. Okay. So for now, we'll close it, and let's move how to create this. Okay. So from the settings, you need to go to fields. I'll open it in new browser. Fields. Now you can see here this tab. Click over here, and you will go to workflow action. Now here, click on new. Once you click on new, there will be a configuration tab will come. Okay, so I will show you how to create a get, post, and search. There will be a single option to create this. Just we need to select get, post, or search. So the destination app, you need to select destination app where it should run. The name, generally you give it with everything, you give it with the underscore, means wherever the spaces are there, so you use it underscore. It's better hyphen underscore, give it without space. Label, again I will take it as this, and I'll be using a from the field, I'll be using the IP field as the source IP. So here is the source IP where I'm using the whois command for the source IP. So we need to give it in the $src underscore IP. Okay, applied field. applied field. So search underscore IP applied only when, so I'm keeping it as blank. We can keep it as blank. Now there will be few options like show in action field, event menu, field menu, or both. So for now I will be keeping it as event menu by default. So action will be link, search, whatever you want to. So generally in search it will be search, and post and get it will be link. Now URL. So this is the URL where you need to call the external environment and get the input. Like you can see it over here. You can search. You can have. You can create a Google search for this. I have already created this configuration, so I will take this. The URL will be who is HTTP who is IP address, and then with the dollar you need to give the IP address. So here one more option, option in the new window, open in the new window, or you can use in the current window as well. So the next thing will be this is the thing where you need to define get, post, or search. So get post will come with the link when you are using link over here, and whenever you change it to search, it'll automatically go. It will by default consider it as a, so you need to save it. Once you save it, you can see over here demo, but I need to check whether it will come right now. I think we need to restart a system once to get it reflected over here. So we need to click here, and then let's see. It is not coming, so I need to restart the system. So let's restart once. We'll restart. So it will take time. So it is restarted successfully. I'll go to search, add my search over here, whatever search was there, run the search, click on the drill down, go here, let's see, maybe it is taking a little bit time. It has not come here. Let's see what is the problem. Oh, I think I have created it private, that's why it is not showing up here. Let's see. I made it public to all the application. No, it is still not showing here. So let's see the configuration part. Apply only to the following field SRC. No, should not come like this. Let's see. Yeah, I have done a mistake that I have used it with the dollar sign. should not use the dollar sign. I guess that is the problem. Let's see if gives otherwise. I need to again restart the system. Restart the Splunk, not the system. Okay, it has not come. Let me restart once again. So it has restarted. Let's see. Now it should work. Yeah, it's demo. Get info demo. Now the IP address taken from the source IP field. So if you click over here, it will go to next window. I'll provide you the input. Okay, from the who is a database. So hope this helped you to understand workflow. So let's recap the session. So what we have learned today, so it's all about workflow action where we can interact uh, by the field to external source, or can provide can do the search using the fields. So there are a few examples are there. We can use who is command, we can use HTTP error, we can use a secondary search, and also we can do the external searches as well. Okay, so there are three types of workflow actions are there: get, post, and search. So about a get workflow action creates a typical HTML link to do things like perform Google search on a specific value, or run a domain name query against external who is database, which we have seen in the demo. So the configuring it, so we need to pass the information to external world from the event. So this specific source IP, we have passed it and we have used it, and this will look like in event action, it will look like get info and whatever. These are two I have created for demo purpose. One more I have created. So once you click over here, it will go to external source and provide you uh, the output. So that's all about this video. I will create uh, a new video for a post and search workflow action. So thanks for now, and have a good day, and take care. Hi friends, welcome to my channel. So today's topic is trend line. So trend line is very useful command or useful concept in Splunk, where you want to find out the trend in your data or kind of a behavior in your data. So let's move further. The definition of trend line is computing the moving average of fields, simple moving average first. So it is considered simple moving average, exponential moving average, and weighted moving average. The output is returned to a new variable which you can specify. So this looks bit complicated, but in simple language we will try to understand with the example. So let's see, you over the period of time you want to calculate the average on daily basis. So it should be a simple moving, like say I want to calculate average for uh, first five occurrence, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and through this trend line we can a simple moving average SMA. What we can give is, if you will give a value as 5, it will take a 5 arguments, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sum that, and give the result as uh, sum of divided by 5. So this will be your moving average for uh, for this. Now when the value comes in here, the next occurrence, the value comes like 17. So now your the values which is going to be sum will shifted towards a right hand side. So it will you can consider 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will remove this value and get the values of this sum of that and divided by 5. So this is the very simple concept. uh, so we can again go over here. It is written that SMA and simple moving average and weighted moving average both compute a sum over the period of most recent value. Okay, so this will consider the most recent value. SMA consider the most recent value, and weighted moving average, WMA put more weight on recent value rather than a past value. Okay, and EMA, exponential moving average, calculates like this. So this is the formula of exponential moving average. So you can see it over here, alpha into EMA t minus 1 plus 1 minus alpha and into the field value, where alpha is 2 divided by period plus 1 and the fields is the current value. So this is the typical formula you can apply out on your data and you can get it. So we should not go much in deeper. We rather we can leverage the Splunk ready-made Splunk functionality, so it will give you better insight from your data. So let's try to understand more details about it. So this is the syntax: trend type, period, fields, and the new fields. So trend type is, again, it can be a simple moving average, exponential moving average, or weighted moving average. Now period, you need to define for how many occurrence or how many values you need to get the average. Okay, moving average, it is called moving average. Whenever the new data comes in, the new data will qualify for calculating the averages I explained earlier. So the number can be between 2 to 10,000. So these many numbers can be a part of average. So field on which you want to calculate the average, and the new field, uh, you can rename that field. So usage can be very easy. So this is the, let's go and learn it by example. So I have some data for, like say, Dynatrace, I guess. Dynatrace. don't have current data, I need to go to all time data. Source, I will define it as, so I have created already, just the explaining purpose I am uh, explaining it one by one. So this is the source type where my data is. Now the next one is time series. Time series, that means this is the value, like this is the uh, memory usage memory usage for this particular host. So also I have the host name. So this is as per my data, so you can convert the query as per your data. So I got the metrics, memory usage, and for this particular host. So all time, this is the data for memory usage. So it is taking bit time as I selected it uh, for all. So this is the data. So this is the metrics, memory usage for this particular uh, host. So you can see it over here, the data. So the data is a bit complicated. You can see it's in JSON or multi-valued format. Now let's go and time chart this command. So, time chart this command. Time chart, that means I'm uh, summing up the value for every 5 minutes and giving it as name as value. So for span, the bucket of events is every 5 minutes, so the data can be come in 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minutes. So it will sum up all the data coming in every 5 minute bucket, and as you know that save the as value, it will rename this one. Otherwise, just let's see how it comes in. So you can see the sum underscore value over here in the field. So you can see sum and value, whatever it is. So I am just renaming it, so that it will give you the proper output. So now you have the data uh, bucket. The data bucket is 5 minutes. Now let's move to the trend line command. So trend line, so what is the syntax? Trend line, SMA, you need to provide a numerical value. This 5, 2, 1, minimum is 2, and up till you can go till 10,000 values. So simple moving average of value, this is here, and convert it, and means rename it to trend. Let's see how it goes. So again, it is taking a bit longer. Bear with me for some time until it comes in. So see, the values will be written. So you will not get the data until you will not get the trend until it gets the 5 values. You can see it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it sum all these values and calculate the average. Now how the next will get calculated? You go it from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sum all and give the data. So on. So this will provide you a trend visualization. You can do the visualization as well. How, see the trend and the value. Uh, this is the vector because you do not have any data in between, actual data. So you will, so this is the trend and this is the value. Simple moving. Now, if you want to calculate the weighted moving average, so you can create this. Just you need to change, and similarly exponential moving average. So this is the difference, and the values you can, like say I can change it to 2, change it to 10. So it will consider the 10 points, as you do not have the 10 points here, 10 data points. So I will change it to 2 minutes of sum, and probably you will get the 10 data points over here, and it will average those and give you the trend value. Now, a real life example, that if you want an alert, like say I know my CPU utilization goes to a specific time. Now if it goes to a specific value, average, not time, if my CPU utilization goes to a specific means a specific average, more than a specific average value, so I should get an alert. So like suppose I am getting for an average 12 is the average. Now 12 or 16 is the average. Now in the next time, if I'm getting more than uh, 12 or 16, so it should give an alert. So what we can do is simply just I will provide an extra condition that if my daily value is greater than my simple moving average trend value, so create an alert. So this is the one. So okay, so you have the the values for which the simple moving averages is more. So you can create an alert. You can go to this is my free version, so alerting is not enabled. So I have already created a video for alert in fundamental one, so you can go and have a look over there. So this is how you can achieve the required you can utilize it for your real time scenario. So here I have given only 5. As much long, as much big the number is, the more accuracy will be there. So it for 5, like say if I'm giving the 5 values can be here. It can get 20, again it can go to 5, now it can go to 30, and again it can go to 2. So if this kind of data is there, so it's better to take a longer value, like say more than 100 or 100, 200, 500, or you can go up to 10,000. So 10,000 is not very good number, but okay, it will take time to calculate the 10,000 samples and get the average. So this is the one. So we can just recap the session. So trend value is generally used for trend your data to get the trend, how my specific server utilization or memory consumption is happening. So if utilization is happening, so you can create a trend accordingly. You can use this as a forecasting, and all other aspects. You can create an alert out of it. There are three kind of uh, trend we can use: simple moving average, exponential moving average, and weighted moving average. Also uh, we have seen the syntax of it: trend, type, period, and field, and the renaming values. And there are a few examples also we have seen. So I guess that's it about the trend line uh, command. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.